For more, we're joined live by well-known businessman and one of the organizers and founder of the BlackNorth Initiative, Wes Hall. Wes, thanks for joining us. What are some of the realities on the ground in Jamaica currently, and what aid is needed most?
Well, Nathan, first of all, thank you for having me, and thank you for keeping the conversation going. A lot of people have moved on with their lives, but unfortunately, those folks severely impacted by Melissa in Jamaica, they cannot move on with their lives because in a lot of cases, those people have no homes. The kids are not in school. The hospitals are closed. The clinics are closed. They have no fresh water. They have no food. And the condition, quite frankly, is dire for some of those people, and especially in the rural parts of Jamaica. So you mentioned about 45 lives being lost, and it doesn't seem like a lot. And thank God that it's just a small number, and 15 people missing. But the after impact, not having fresh water, not having food, not having supplies, it's gonna take a long time for Jamaica to recover. For example, we know that Jamaica is well known for the hotel industry and hospitality. Some hotels, a lot of hotels are closed. In one case, just one hotel, over 2,000 people are out of work as a result of that. And that's just one property. So it's going to take a long time for Jamaica to recover. You mentioned about utilities. 31% of the island is still without power. And those in rural communities still have no telecom services, and it's really patchy. So help is really needed, and that's the reason why we're putting on this concert, to not only create awareness, but also to raise money to help those in need in Jamaica.
Understood. We're hearing that the damage was in the billions, some estimates.
Yeah.
What sort of support have you been receiving from Canadians?
Well, first of all, yeah, you're right. Damage is over $8.8 billion in damages. That's 41% of Jamaica's GDP. So could you imagine a hurricane coming through Canada or any kind of natural disaster coming through Canada, and 41% of our GDP was damaged as a result of that? That's the cost. So could you imagine how the scale and how long it would take for us to recover from that? So really, again, food, clean water, building materials. We need to rebuild people's homes so they can get back to their homes. We need to rebuild schools so kids can get back learning. And we need to really rebuild communities. So what are we doing here in Canada? Well, there's a lot of very generous Canadians that are actually helping with the effort, that are donating money, food supplies, and so on. We're not sitting, waiting, people are acting. So if you look at social media, for example, there's not a single day that goes by that Canadians aren't helping. And so far with our initiative, people are actually putting forward money, and it doesn't have to be 10,000, 100,000, or whatever. You can do $10, $20, whatever number you have. You can just go to Harmonies of Hope, put that number in, and we will be extremely grateful for your support.
And before you go, really quickly, because we're running out of time here, how big is this concert going to be? It's also being called a Bob Marley tribute.
Yeah, so we're going to be singing Bob Marley music, and people are going to be having fun while donating to a good cause at the same time. There's 1,000 tickets available, so don't miss out. Go to Harmonies of Hope, buy your ticket for you and your family and friends, and join us in the celebration and giving back to Jamaica.
Absolutely. Wes Hall, one of the organizers and founders of the BlackNorth Initiative, thank you so much for your time, and all the best, and hopefully we'll talk again.
Nathan, thanks for having me.